I'm about to tell y'all something crazy. Being an entrepreneur is not the same thing as running a business. Now, there's many things about the two that overlap in certain areas, but entrepreneurs are mostly independent people. So if or when their ventures succeed, this independency causes a couple of problems. Usually they're very much capable of taking care of and managing a small company, with all the aspects of the business. But after they start to scale and they start to grow, with that company growth becomes a little bit more difficulty, for the entrepreneur to manage it alone. So naturally, what does he do? He hires management, and that's where the conflict comes in the management. So if the entrepreneur fails to recognize that managing and growing a company is very much different from managing a small and stable company, that's usually where the problems get even worse, because the entrepreneur is always out there seeking new innovations and taking risks and chances, and he's thinking of the next step, or she's thinking of the next step to move forward and to do something bigger and better than what they've already done. But the manager, on the other hand, is focused on the already set company that was already built from the entrepreneur's original idea, and he's focused on establishing that brand and building on sales. So he's always constantly in conflict with that creative innovator that's trying to move forward. Now, these issues are usually resolved if the entrepreneur takes up a new venture and leaves the company behind, which happens quite often, believe it or not, or if he learns to adapt and adjust to the new priorities set, or he's forced to quit. So these are things that you have to keep in mind when you think of scaling and you think of moving forward. Eventually, if you're doing great, which I hope that you all are, you're going to be forced to have to hire or bring on management and someone to help you. Don't blow aside their ideas or their worries or their concerns, because naturally or hopefully they're throwing at you some tips, tricks, and considerations that you should take into consideration for the building and success of your brand. Now, brushing them aside usually leads to the failure of a business or internal conflicts. That's all I got for today, and until next time, peace.